Alright, this is so disheartening. Imagine the community asking the soldiers, the military, to leave their community, that they don't want them to secure them anymore. I mean, passing a vote of no confidence on the soldiers and the military. Watch this video. I'll be right back.
This latest assault comes less than 2 months after the deadly Yelwata attack that left hundreds dead, thousands displaced, and the community living in constant fear. The renewed killing sparked a fierce protest by residents who barricaded the Makudi-Lafia Federal Highway, halting traffic for hours.
Government officials, other security agencies that were here, talk to them, we persuade them. As you can see, the road was clear.
In a display of grief and defiance, protesters laid the victims' bodies across the road, declaring that no vehicle would pass until soldiers in the area were sent back to the barracks, accusing the military of failing in its duty to protect them.
You can see we have the military as our covering here, but the covering is negative. So that's why we are protesting they should leave, so that the trustworthy security should work with us, because they are no longer trustworthy. So that is our grievances, to cut everything short.
We are protesting because this incident has been occurring since 14 years now. But at the beginning of this crisis, they brought soldiers to us. So we were thinking the issue will go down. Even today, that people went out the house, beside the houses, not as if it is in the farm. Oh, they were now killed this morning. That was why we were angry, and then we protested for it. But the one we saw here are 8 persons that were killed. 6 were taken to the hospital.
Residents allege that the attackers crossed over from neighboring Nasarawa state to carry out the assaults.
We have the neighboring houses here closely, the Nasarawa state government. We were suspecting them, because the moment they come here, before we know, we'll see them going back.
It was a painstaking exercise, collaboration, synergizing with government officials and other security agencies to ensure that the road, the federal highway from Makodi to Lafia, that have been blocked for over 8 hours. As you can see, it was women that were protesting. We cannot use force, to disperse them.
For many in Yelwata, each gunshot is a haunting reminder of loved ones lost and homes abandoned. As the sun sets over the quiet farmlands, fear lingers, and the residents say their only wish is to sleep through the night without waking to gunfire.
But why do we have IDPs in the first place? Reflection of failure across board. At a point in this country, if my memory serves me right, when you talk about internally displaced people and they had camps, it used to be the Liberians that were fleeing the war. They had some of their camps in parts of Ogun State. Never did we ever think that Nigerians were going to be internally displaced in their own countries. Yes, from time to time we could have IDP camps because of flooding and crisis, one of which I visited when there was a flooding around Ughelli area, and I think in early 2010, or thereabouts, between 2010 and 2012, if my memory serves me right. But never did we think that due to crisis and insecurity. So rather than getting money to be able to upgrade the lives of the IDP, when are we going to think of the long walk at bringing to justice those societies affected and allowing those people truly go back home and go back to their communities without being cleansed out of their communities? And I use those words deliberately because it's a very sad one. People are leaving their communities. Communities are changing. The government tries its best. You know, when they do well, I'll give kudos to them. Yesterday, we saw the trial of those in the Owo massacre, those fingered in the Owo massacre. And kudos to the DSS on their job as regards that. And some other things they have done. But like I said before, when this Yelwata happened, as long as we don't solve the problems on ground, I hate to use my word, but it will happen again. Increasingly, they have talked about this onslaught coming in from people out of Nasarawa. What have we done to be able to prevent this? I thought the police underlined this. It was only after the president visited weeks after. And the president said, IG, didn't you people arrest anybody? Then quickly the police paraded some people. So I thought the police arrested some people. Where are we without investigation? This is insecurity that we spend billions of USD on. I know the security expert will say no matter what you spend is not still enough. But the question we should ask ourselves this morning is that what happened to Nigeria? Nigeria didn't used to be like this before. This was the same Nigeria people enjoyed road trips. People will leave from Ife and go and drive to Jos. But today, you are scared. I don't want to know the reason for this problem. But the people of Benue and Yelwata are bleeding. Question is, what can we do? I'll suggest a multi-pronged approach. 1, economic empowerment. 2, collaboration among various groups, be it ethnic, be it ideological groups. 3, rehabilitation of people. 4, peace building and justice. People must be seeing that there's justice in society. This killing, for instance, why are the people protesting against security forces? Because they said despite the security forces being there, we didn't see a resolution. The same security forces that Nigerians used to appreciate so much. I mean, we saw how the Mitiseni riots were quelled by security forces. We saw how when some Chadians came in here, they were chased back into Chad. So what happened to our security forces over the years? The same security forces that got a lot of honor. But why will all of this not continue? When you are having malnutrition in Nigeria, health outcomes are poor, education outcomes are poor, sociological outcomes are poor. And all of this now segues to politics. The EFCC, I'm not saying the EFCC does not have a right to go after people if they have their facts, and they should investigate. On that, I support the EFCC. But the point people are also making, why is it that it is selective? All of a sudden, the ADC emerged. Persons, Yedioha, Tambawa, are linked to it. EFCC is calling them in. Is it that there are no other people out there that have cases to answer with the EFCC? Is it that every other person is clean? So when you look at it, there is a slant of political narrative to it. And that's why we call on the EFCC, please be fair. We are not saying don't do your work. Do your work. If you find something against Tambawa that he's done, do your work, charge him to court. I will support you on that.
Okay, first, let me deal with the issue of the people of Yelwata in Benue State. You will recall that in June, specifically June 13, 2025, there was an attack on that same community. About 200 persons died. Many others were displaced. Houses were disrupted. Economic community activity within that whole area was disrupted. And now we hear again that the terrorists, the insurgents, have attacked the community again. And you have the local residents, particularly women, coming out to say, well, please, we want now to go to Makodi because we're no longer safe in this environment. The people of Yelwata, of course, have every reason to protest and to call on government. Section 33 of the Nigerian Constitution guarantees the right to life. No citizen in this country called Nigeria should be subjected to the abbreviation of their right to life, not even the abbreviation of the right to the dignity of the human person, as stated in Section 34 of the same Constitution. But the problem that we have is that people have become refugees in their own country. They've become internally displaced persons. And what that speaks to is the failure of government to fulfill its obligations, we say so, ad infinitum, Section 14 sub 2 of the 1999 Constitution, which says that the responsibility of government is to ensure the security and welfare of the people. Concerned Nigerians, including Mrs. Remi Tinubu, the First Lady of Nigeria, had gone to Yelwata to commiserate with the people. I think she donated ₦1 billion. But that's not how the problem can be solved. The only way the problem can be solved is for the institutions of state to function and be efficient and be effective. Is it any surprise that the people of Yelwata, the women of Yelwata, are now saying that in fact they want the soldiers who are stationed in the area to be removed? That's their own way of saying, look, these soldiers that you have brought here, they are not effective. The insurgents will come and they will overwhelm them and attack us. The other time, 200 people plus died. This time around, 3 persons have died. When will the people of Yelwata and the people of Benue and the people of the entire Middle East have peace? In other words, this is a major responsibility for the Nigerian government to ensure that whether it's in the Middle Belt or in the Northeast or the Northwest or anywhere else in any part of Nigeria, people can sleep peacefully and be sure that they will wake up the following day without being attacked by elements who are criminals who call themselves citizens.
All right, so you recall that on the 13th of June, precisely 2 months, that this same community was attacked and a lot of casualty, were recorded. And again, this same community has been attacked again. Well, the people has come out to declare that they don't want the soldiers, the military again, and have blocked the whole road, the entire road, express road for hours, to express their grievance on the security measures, that are being put in place in their area. You recall also that very dark man was there the last time that the incident occurred, and he made obviously a public revelations of a whole lot of incident that has been going on in this community. Anyways, the women in the community have decided to come together to declare that they don't want this security anymore. Isn't this a shame in our country that at a time like this that people are coming to vote, pass a vote of no confidence on our six? I mean, people are coming out to vote, pass a vote of no confidence on our security based on their incompetence and the high level of compromise and corruption in the system. Well, this is an urgent call that requires urgent attention. A lot of things are beginning to go, astray in the community. If the community people, before now, having a soldier or a military base around you gives you a whole lot of confidence, as regarding your security. But these days, the reverse is the case. In fact, where there are military personnel or military base around you, it becomes more fearful because that place is prone to attack and nothing happens. Anyway, the last time that this incident happened, you recall that also President Bola Ahmed Tinubu visited the area and was surprised to know that no arrest has been made so far with the high level of security and intelligent officers that we presume to have in our community, I mean in Nigeria, and yet no arrest has been made so far. It is obvious that somebody is playing politics somewhere, with this incident. I recall that Bauchi State Governor once made a statement on air where he said that they know the people who are behind this. You know the people who are behind it. Yes, he says they know them, but their hands are tied. They can't really do anything. Anyways, I like you to share your opinion respectively on the comment sections. What do you think about this incessant attack in the community, especially in Yelwata, even after the president has visited the place, and yet the attack persists? Something must be fishy. Something is going wrong. Something is going on there. I mean, the people are no more afraid of even the president, the number one chief security officer. The people, irrespective of his orders and everything, haven't planted his boys there. And yet, what's happening? is happening. Well, a lot of persons have attributed this to a high level of corruption that the politicians, some of the people, the top men, they know what is really going on in that community, and perhaps they are making money off it, including some of the military personnel that has been sent there. Well, this is an allegation. A lot of persons has actually said this on the comment section. Let us know what you think. Let us know what, as regarding the security measure in Nigeria, the tightness and the strongness. Do you think that every other community should imitate what Yelwata has done and also chase away the security in their community? Let us know your opinion and let us know your mind. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. God bless you.